Hello, everybody. My name is Juan Carlos Brandon. I'm really happy to have you all connected and joining us. Today, we have Miss Wong here in the city of Atlanta, where one of the studios and the offices are. She has an office here, but she has offices in 9 cities of the United States, starting from Cleveland, where the headquarters are, also Columbus, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, Raleigh, North Carolina, Chicago, and the city of Atlanta. So if you want to set up a consultation with Ms. Wong, you can call this phone number. Is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984 is the phone number that you can call right now, and she will be happy to answer your immigration questions and give you information about your immigration situation. So, Ms. Wong, thank you so much, and thank you for coming today. How are
Thank
you?
you. Thanks for inviting me. I'm good.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Well, today is we are in a lot of expectation with the changes of immigration. Uh, there's so many changes in several stuff. So, what is the latest news that we have? We heard that Mr. Mayorga say that no deportations at the moment. What do we know about that?
Right. What he really is saying is that as long as you have no criminal records, you have children born in America, or you have sick children, or you take care of older people, the ICE officer have discretion on whether to deport you or not to deport you, or even put you in jail and ask for bond. It doesn't. He really never meant to say, "Oh, nobody should be deported or could be deported." On the other hand, if people do have criminal records, if people do have criminal record plus deportation and old deportation, plus the deportation of removal, including the criminal record, those are harder situations. So my advice to people who are listening is that make sure you get your Freedom of Information Action file. If you have criminal record, even a DUI, a menacing charge, a receiving stolen property, abuse to animal, if you put a car or baby in, sick baby in a car and you ran in to get some medication, is sort of sad. Make sure you get a certified judgment entry and even the transcripts. So if immigration start like putting, harassing you or NTA you or charge you with removal proceedings, you're ready to go.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And this is information that we have seen through the days, and a lot of people are coming in from the southern border. So, what's the difference between the southern border and the northern border with Canada? Uh, are there a lot of difference? Are there different issues in each one of them?
Actually, there is quite a bit of difference because to come to America, of course, now the borders were closed. They're slowly opening because of the virus. But for Canadians who come to America, if they are Canadian citizens, you don't need a visa. For Mexicans and Central Americans who come to America, you still need a visa. So you need a TN visa, E2 visa, a tourist visa, a border crossing card. But for Canadians, you don't. So they'll come shopping, they'll come have dinner at the border, get pizza, and go out. They love American pizzas. On the other hand, though, there's a lot of third country now. There's a lot of discrimination at the northern border because we have a lot of Chinese, Indians, Russians, Ukrainians who settled in Canada and then wants to come to America. Those people, even though you don't need a visa, sometimes they were stopped entry, they get expeditious removed because immigration check their iPhone, check their social media, and thinks they are thinking of working in America. So in those situations, it's actually worse because Buffalo is traditionally pretty nice because of the gambling casino there. Detroit is, but because of the casinos, the people coming back and forth through the years, they're getting harder and harder. So yes, there's a difference, but it's more again more people of color who are third country nationals, even though they are Canadian citizens. The other issue is it's that, and Mr. Juan, is that We also have a lot of removal cases inland. So, for example, I work in Atlanta, I stay in Atlanta, but I have no papers, and somehow I have somehow gotten a driver's license from somewhere or from Atlanta in the olden days or Nashville. Now they may stop me and say, "Hey, why are you driving with another state's license or have a DUI?" And they could still call ICE. But right now, the because of Mr. Mayorkas and our new president, the calling have slowed down, which makes really our job better and easier.
Okay, and that's good because a lot of people couldn't even sleep when they were going to pick up people in their apartments. We know the reads
Mhm.
of the eyes going to the houses, going to the apartment complex, picking up a lot of people there, and then just deporting them. And we saw even documentaries about how the coffee was still hot inside of the car, but they couldn't drink it because somebody from ICE came and picked them up. So people are able to sleep right now, but this is not meaning that we don't have to do anything to get an immigration relief. So if you need any advice or if you have any questions, please ask Ms. Wong because she is able to answer your questions. She is happy to answer them and to help you out with your immigration needs. So the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. This question says, I am 19 years old. I came a month ago and I want to apply for asylum because the police took me to the police station and wanted to disappear me. That's the way they do it there in my country, Honduras. I was released because a neighbor saw when they took me, so there was a witness. I didn't file a report because it's the police. So, what evidence can I use?
Number one, get your cousins, neighbor, whoever saw you and got you out of jail. Maybe get local news media because the press is very active still in Latino countries, the Central Americas. And also talk about the more vivid you talk about it, the more important. Another thing is firm resettlement, which means that you're from Honduras, which is a small country, but it's still you have the north, the south, the east, the west. So why didn't you resettle somewhere there? Why come to America? Why didn't you go to Colombia? Why didn't you go to another city that your uncle lives? They're going to ask you these questions, so we need to be ready to answer them.
Okay, thank you so much for this question. And if you want to know more and want more information, just call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984, and Miss Wong will be able to take care of your immigration needs. It doesn't matter where you are, you can be anywhere in the United States, and she will be able to help you out with your immigration needs. Uh, the next question is, uh, may I know what the process of an employment-based visa? I have an employer who will hire me, but I am the one who is going to process. Is that even allowed? Appreciate if you
Um,
can give me
and I
details.
need to know what you mean by you have to process. Basically, if the employer sponsor you for a perm green card for H-1B, they have to sign all the paperwork for perm. They also have to pay the legal fees, the advertising, and the filing fee, stuff like that. So I don't understand why you said you have to process. It could be mean that the employer wants you to pay. Um, but perm is the employer's responsibility to pay. But H-1B, the employer have to pay certain fees. So it depends on what country you're from, what are you applying, because there's a lot of ways employer can sponsor you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. The next question is, uh, can winning the lottery make eligible to do investment visa?
Winning the lottery. You mean so if
The
they
the maybe the Georgia lottery or
Okay, so there, when you say lottery, there are two kinds of lottery. One is like the lottery, right? You go to a liquor store, you go to a grocery store, you buy the lottery, you have the number. On the other hand, there's a visa lottery that allows 55 people to come to America. So the lower the countries people like Yemen used to be on the list, but every year the list changed. Ethiopia, China would never be on the list. Hong Kong, that was years ago they were, but no more. So it's the people who this America wants to diversify and give more people chances to come to America. So the visa lottery means that as long as you graduate from high school, or even if you didn't graduate from high school, you have worked for how many years, you need to just go to the usdos.gov and look at the lottery. Normally, a lot of Latino countries don't qualify because there's too many people here, but they picked I think Iceland used to be on there. So you just have to go to usdos.gov and see the instructions, and through the years, it have changed because years ago, I still remember we would do 5,000 cases, like letters per person, run to the airport, lucky fingers, lucky hands, because you can send it within any time. And as long as they pick your number, so we always go in different times. But then the law changed. Now you can only do one letter. And for example, your husband is from Sudan, you're from Ethiopia, and then you can either be the place of birth, like a lot of less Hong Kong people, we are born in China, but we got Hong Kong ID. So place of birth is China, ID is Hong Kong. Or people who are from Venezuela but get Spanish passports, from Mexico get Spanish, so they're Spanish nationality but born in Mexico. So then you have to look at the place of birth or nationality and see if you qualify. That's a visa lottery case.
They are sending the correction. They say it's the money lottery.
Money lottery. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for this question. And if you need more information, the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Tomorrow you are going to be in Columbus, Ohio, right?
Yes.
So this question is coming from a person in Columbus. I am in Delphos, Ohio. I have no documents, but I've been here for 13 years, and I have a son that is 5 years old and a daughter that is 5 months. I have never gone back to my country, and I haven't had any problems. Could they do something for me?
Right now, we are pushing Biden to change the law, but so far it's not looking good because then the Senate parliamentarians said something things, and now the Republicans don't allow. But normally, if you enter undocumented, you don't have parents or green card or citizens or sisters and brothers who have citizen or green card. Because if your parents are living and your sisters and brothers have citizenship, then they can actually sponsor and apply for green card for your parents. Now you could actually have your employer file a labor certification perm for you, and when everything is ready, your parents will give you a 601A. You leave America and go back to home country for 1 or 2 weeks, or in 3 weeks you come back with a green card. So there's a way to do it, but if you have no parents, no sisters, just the kids, it'll be difficult. Also, if the kids are sick, it's easier. So you need to really look at the whole family. Maybe your partner have a family 4 pending, then if you marry her, this should be okay. So there's a lot of like angles to work the case. So I won't assume there's no hope. And please, every case is a hope. And you always check up. It's just like you go see a doctor every 2 years. You see a physical checkup every year. So same with lawyering. If you need something, just maybe check it up and see what's there to do. But the most important thing is don't get too depressed and drink when you're driving. Don't go out there and be naughty. Don't do things your mom doesn't want to do, because these are things that exactly what Mayorkas and Kamala Harris and our president is saying. Just wait, we'll be fine.
Okay, that's the advice that Ms. Wong can give you today. Just wait. Just wait and get advice for this kind of situations. So the next question, and thank you so much, Ms. Wong. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. I am from Venezuela. I applied for TPS. I got the receipt notice, but nothing else. How long should I wait, or what can I do now?
Right now, all the work permits, we have had work permits that takes 8 or 9 months. We are lucky because TPS, at least you get a receipt. For H4, like a lot of Indian, Chinese H4 work permits is taking more than 11 months, 10 months. It's really bad out there, but you will get the approval. It just takes time. As long as you have no criminal record, you came to America before March of 2021, it is coming.
Okay, so just be patient. Just be patient. We all need to be patient in this country because the things don't go on the speed that we would like it, but it will go somewhere. So, Ms. Wong has offices in 9 cities of the United States: Atlanta, Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, New York, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, for a person who has applied for I-130, and this person has been requested a lot of documents, they submit the documents, but they still don't have the response from immigration. How can they get in touch with immigration in order to get an answer?
It depends on what priority. So, for example, it's a sibling case, it's a family for, as long as you got the receipt notice, you don't need the answer. In fact, the longer the I-130 takes, the better. Because, for example, your sister have a child who's 16 years old. So he will be 21 in 5 years. So the longer the I-130 takes, Child Protection Act, CSPA, CSPA law allows the child to even get a green card after he's 31 if the I-130 took more than 10 years. So I would not push it. The issue is family 2A because President Biden is really trying to, green card spouse be the same as citizen spouse. But right now, the Immigration Service is taking at least a year, year and a half to file the I-130, to approve the I-130. So even though quota open, you can adjust because the poor girl is overseas. So it depends on what's the priority date, then you want to see if you can adjust. But sometimes if the girl your wife overseas, and you have a green card, is pregnant and baby is coming, maybe sometimes it's better even not to push because then the baby, green card for spouse, it could include the child. Citizen for spouse, you cannot include the child, but the child may be a citizen anyway, because if you live here for 5 out of 7 or something like that, the baby is a citizen. So these are all cases you need to evaluate. Not every I-130 you need to push it. There are cases that I much prefer you don't push.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this information. And don't forget that for more details, you can call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. So this person looks to be one of our clients, and he's saying, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for what you are doing for me. Uh, I am from Dominican Republic. I came on my green card through my mom, and I got married to my wife in Dominican Republic. She's still there. I already filed the I-130 a year ago. How long should I wait, and what is the next step in order for her to come? I went to see her a month ago.
Yeah, it must be ESP. Exactly the question I answered before your question came in. It's an I-130 for so you are a family 2A case. It's a spouse of a green card holder. And luckily, you got your green card from a mother. So you did not get it through another marriage to another lady, because then you're not supposed to marry this girl for at least 5 years and get her the green card. Actually, you could marry her anytime. You just cannot get her the green card. So in this case, it's good. Green card from mother, married a citizen, married a girl who's stuck in Dominican. I would go ahead and push the I-130. Maybe use a congressional office to push the I-130. And I hope on the third last page on the I-130 you put down American Embassy, Dominican Republic, because then the National Visa Center would get it and they'll give you an envelope, like a half page envelope. In the olden days, it's a brown envelope that's like 18 by 8, 11 by 8. Now it's more like a half size. You have to pay $120, $325 If she had never come to America, it's very quick. Once I-130 is approved, she should be here within 6 or 8 months, provided Dominican is open for green card spouse. Right now, they're not open. A lot of American embassies are not open for tourist visa. They're open for student visa. They're only open for spouses of citizens. They may not even allow spouses of green card. But if this is allowed, she should be here in less than a year because I-130 is filed for a year.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. And this last question is, uh, I am from Colombia. I married a very handsome man.
Oh.
So he filed for me, but after a few weeks after he applied for me, I found out that he's gay. I feel betrayed and I want to leave him, but I want my documents. What do you recommend?
This well, so normally when he files stuff for you, or any lawyer or any person files for you, I hope he did not give immigration the original. There's a form you need to fill to immigration if you want the original back. Number one. Number two is the question is, was he being abusive to you? Being good now, then you need a therapist report or psychologist report. If someone knows that he or she is gay but use you to camouflage, and maybe the question is it abuse? Is it wawa? If it is, then maybe you can do a abuse case from a spouse, but maybe it's just he's a very nice guy. He was never abusive. He only recently find out he's gay, or he really didn't want to hurt you, whatever happened. So there's no wawa, but I would check the first thing. The second thing is if you should get a receipt notice, number one. Number two, you should get a fingerprint notice. Number three is if he filed the right form, you should also get a work permit, which is a C9. Then the question is, should we withdraw the case because the relationship is not going anywhere, or should we at least get all these documents before we withdraw? Maybe the relationship is only getting better because he's very handsome. Presume you still love him. So maybe you're just having a lover's quarrel and he just wanted to make you mad because you didn't want to have sex or whatever. So I personally would not withdraw the case that fast because you don't even need to withdraw, even if you're divorced. You don't have, immigration is going to kill me. But you really don't have an obligation to tell them until the interview. Then you need to be honest, okay? You don't need to withdraw. So my advice now is maybe don't withdraw it. Maybe go see a therapist together to make sure if he's bi or he's gay or he's trans. And also I would like to know if there's any abuse on this case because it sounds like there's no abuse. But a lot of times a battle of divorce. When I was a young lawyer, I did some divorces. Love becomes such hatred. I even wonder how could they have stayed in the same bed? How could they have 3 children? How could she have gave up her law school career for him and now he's big and famous and she became a nobody? But the first thing I would look at if there's abuse. Second thing I would look at, I would not withdraw. Third thing I would look at is see if you can at least get that work permit and get a social, if he did the right forms. Number 4, get all the originals back, but you don't need to get other paperwork back because once you get to immigration, the A number is set, there's already a receipt. You cannot withdraw stuff from immigration.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And well, we have some other questions, but Ms. Wong has a lot of work pending right now. And if you want more information, just please call 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for your time. Thank you. See you next time.